CJ, a short week for you. What's the biggest challenge for you guys in this short week?
Just execution. Short week, so it won't be a lot of new calls, a lot of new game planning. So it's really just us executing our best calls. As far as their offense, I would expect some of the same things. We might see maybe something new in the game plan, but I'm sure they're going to give us what they're accustomed to after the short week. So we just got to go out there and execute, play good ball, get some turnovers.
What do you see from Trevor in that offense, right?
They're moving real fluent right now. The run game as well. They got some explosive backs out of the play action. Lawrence throwing the ball really well, throwing it on target. So for us, we just gotta get them off the groove. We can get them moving out of the pocket. They like to run, get them out in the boot game. So he's a tall guy, so he can see down the field. So have our D line just do what they've been doing all this year, getting after them, and us really playing sticky coverage and once again trying to get some turnovers, flipping the position, scoring on defense, making something exciting happen.
What specifically do you think has made Lawrence better this year from a year ago?
I would be pretty positive as his study habits just on this offense. His surrounding players, getting better, learning the offense, but really just him going from year two, you usually see a difference, just being more comfortable in the offense, him being more comfortable in the pocket, and doing what the coaches ask of him. So I would say that'd probably be the biggest thing.
How big a challenge is it physically to play on a short week, play on Thursday Night Football?
I would say it's more tough mentally. It's a lot more studying in shorter days. Obviously, you're doing the best you can to get your body back to 100%. But the most physical part will come on Thursday. It's all about the mental aspect, studying, knowing the game plan, and just nursing your body up to 100% to go again on a short week.
CJ, I know you guys are focused week to week, but is there any talk or discussion about hey, what the position you guys are at right now in the season, 7-7, and what you can do here in the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, well, you understand what we have and what position we're in right now. We understand the two losses that we had this past few weeks put us in a tough position, but it's other teams lost as well. So for us, we just got to go out there and take care of this Thursday. It's easy to look ahead. Like I said, look at which other teams lost and get all caught up in that moment. But it won't matter if you don't win this week. And it's all about execution. Like I said before, we just got to go out there, do our job. Get turnovers on defense, get the offense in good positions. Special teams have a good field position, play good ball, turnover free. Score, make a possession for the offense, and the offense get down there and score. So we just got to put it all together this week.
How do you guys create more takeaways?
They've been offense been doing a good job of just really checking the ball down when we haven't given up the deep ball. They had a couple shots last week. We had some good pass deflections. We've been punching at the ball crazy, trying to get fumbles, but it just hasn't. The ball hasn't fallen our way this last couple of weeks. But we're doing the right things at practice. We're doing the right things in the game. So when they come, they come.
Can that get into your head a little bit when they're just not coming and you feel like you're doing all the right things? You know what I mean? Where maybe guys are trying a little bit too hard or whatever it may be.
I wouldn't say it's too much to it. Like I said, we've been working on it during the week. Matching up routes pretty well, I feel. In the run game, we've been pretty stout. So once we get the ball, once we get a fumble, we get interception, we just try to score with it. So it's just an exciting challenge every week to try to get the ball from the offense. So we just got to try to put it together.
Every week is obviously big, but do you look at this now as a playoff game? Everything's a playoff game for you guys?
You can look at it that way for sure. Like I said, if we go down again, it's going to be a tough window. It's going to close a little bit more. But winning this week, or it might be the same. So we just got to take care of our job, and it's every man doing their job, executing the right way, believing in what we have and the ability that we can do, and go out there and get a W.
Sauce was talking about how he was annoyed that he was playing good enough that they weren't targeting his area at all. And he said he was annoyed because he wanted to go get a pick. What's it like having a guy both that can shut down his head like that, so that thinks about it in that way?
You got to look at it both ways. You're doing your job and they want to throw it to you. So you just gotta challenge yourself. Once they do throw it to you, go get the ball. If you're not getting a lot of targets when they do throw it, make them pay. So just gotta make it work.
CJ, the Pro Bowl announcements come out tomorrow. How much is that on guys' minds? How much is on your mind?
On other guys' minds, not sure. On my mind, I'll probably say 0%. I'm pretty locked in on this week, and obviously what we have ahead. I'm trying to. Well, we all trying to get in this playoff because we know once we get that ticket, we can really make some shake, and we believe that. So none of that matters unless we take care of Thursday. So that's what we worried about and focus on.
How do you balance that? Because you just talked about the playoffs, and you had chances the last few weeks to put yourself in a better position, and you weren't able to. So, what is the team's mindset? And as a leader, what do you say to them heading into this game, given what's occurred?
For some reason, the last 2 weeks weren't our week. We felt like we played two good games, but at the end of the day, we didn't execute at the right time when it mattered the most. And as a defense, we felt the same way after this game. We felt like we played a really good game. A couple plays, was kind of off target, but it came down to that one play. And in the NFL, that's what it takes. When you can play a great game, you can play a bad game, but if it's close in this fourth quarter, those last few minutes, the execution matters. The best team could be playing the greatest game, make one mistake and it's over. So that's just how small the margin is, especially when you're trying to fight for a spot in the playoffs. So we just gotta take it as it is, learn from these lessons, and we get another chance this Thursday to do it.
CJ, you guys are obviously very deep on the defensive line, but without Quinn in there, how difficult has that been? How much have you missed him? And just as a follow, how much have you seen him grow, and how much better has he been this year? Because the numbers are there.
Yeah, when he's not in, we know what he brings to the table in the run game, the pass game, just his presence on the field. But we believe in our defensive line room and the next man up, and that everybody's going to do the right things and do it the right way at a high level. So just him not being out there, obviously, it's a void for his presence, because that's him being a big guy and having the year he's had. But as far as just the drop off or whatever, that's not a thing that we worry about, because all our guys are dogs, and we're gonna work and do the right things. But to your second question, just the growth he's had, I would say off the field has been great. I know I spoke a little earlier on this, but just hearing his voice, so much this year, that's meant a lot. Not only for our team and for our defense, but him as well. Him believing in himself, believing that he has the right attitude, the right mindset to drive our defense, drive his defensive line room, help the team, build us up and take off. So he's one of the leaders on this team. Soon to be captain, I already know. So he's just one of those guys that you don't really see often, especially at that young of an age. Obviously his talent level on the field is great, but off the field is even better.
So a few more for CJ.
You guys, going back to the fourth quarter stuff, you made a lot of plays early in the season in games in fourth quarters. You've been on some teams that have played in these playoff situations. How much for a young team do you have to learn how to do that when the playoffs are on the line? And how much growth do you guys have to have in that department, do you think?
It's just something that you have to do, whether it's you watching yourself personally, or when we in meetings and going throughout the week, learning from our mistakes. And I feel like for the most part we've been doing that. And if anything that we messed up on a week before, I feel like we bounced back on. It was a unique and tough situation for this past game. So it might be in it again somewhere down the road, and that would be a situation that we got our battle scar from. So you just gotta, even though it was a tough loss, you just gotta take it in stride and try to learn from it.
CJ, in your observation, what is the difference between Zach Wilson today, and the last time he was a starter?
I would say it's confidence. It's you want to say is you can work on your technique and those things, but that's always a little hard once you're in the season, because it's just a grind. You don't have that much time to really work on something that you feel that you just need to improve in a matter of weeks or the next day. So I would really just say it's confidence, and that's a testimony to him, but also people around him, including us and his support staff. Because after everything that happened the first time, it could have went a lot worse than what it was. He spoke to the team. He handled everything the right way. We could have went about that the wrong way. Anybody on defense could have said something. That could have caused a whole other chain reaction. But everybody kept it professional. Everybody understood. he understood, which was most important. And I really feel that he was meant to be here for a reason, and he believes that. He believes he's a quality starter. He wants to be a quality starter. You can see it every day he comes to work. You can see it in his eyes. You heard the pain when when he had to go down. So and I just hope he just keep building. He keep believing in himself, and everybody here keeps believing in him.
If I could follow up to that, it seems almost counterintuitive that somebody's confidence would improve after a bench.
Right.
Why is that? Why does confidence improve?
I think it just go back to the belief. Him believing in himself first, because we can believe in him all day. Everybody here can, but if he doesn't believe he can do it, then it won't be done. So I think it all starts with him. Some of it probably more mental than other things, but like I said, this is a 22-man sport. 11 on offense, 11 on defense. So if there's one guy that's hurting, one guy that something might be hurting a little there, that's what your teammates are for. And once he gets it to his playmakers and get the ball slinging around, you can really see what happens. You can see those glimpses of things. So I think for him, you just got to stay focused, keep the main thing the main thing. Don't worry about the outside noise, and believe in your brothers.